1 in 8 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. Breast cancer is the most commonly diagnosed cancer in women. Breast cancer is the second leading cause of cancer death among women. Each year, more than 250,000 women and 2,500 in the United States alone are diagnosed with breast cancer, and some die.
Today, there are more than 3.3 million breast cancer survivors in the United States, and each of us can name a breast cancer survivor whose bravery has inspired us, and we are here to acknowledge that bravery and their amazing battles and celebrate their survival. They are mothers who worry about health and welfare of their children. They are sisters, wives, and grandmothers. They are teachers, educational support providers, and parents.
They are unionists, attorneys, professors, and students. They are the outspoken advocates of the marginalized who refuse to be silenced or stopped by cancer. There are folks like Marianne Pacheco, who continues her work in social justice to this day, the winner of the Cesar Chavez Si Se Puede Award, and she serves on the Rio Hondo Board of Trustees. She is a mentor who many of us stand on her shoulders. The women we celebrate today are Marianne Pacheco, Molly Talcott, Krista Warren, Laura Duran, Tina Gurney, Laura Garza Cunningham, Sue Pickett, and Hillary Hall.
My friends and colleagues in higher education, Molly Talcott and Krista Warren, are consummate professors, using their personal experiences to educate others and to shape their activism and their #FuckCancer attitude. They turn their analytical and critical gaze on the racial disparities in cancer detection and survival, the rise of the pink ribbon industrial complex, and the sexualized distortion of an amputation and prosthetic. They shape the ever-evolving discourse on breast cancer.
Our friend and colleague Laura Duran felt a lump in her breast, but neglected medical assessment because she was so caught up in the daily stresses of work and raising twin boys. Since there was no history of breast cancer, she was sure it was benign. 7 months later, when she had her mammogram, the lump was malignant, and the diagnosis was a fast-growing carcinoma that had spread to some of her lymph nodes. After 5 months of intensive chemo, 2 major surgeries, and drug treatment, I'm happy to say that Laura is back at work fighting for our students and our members. I admire Laura's strength and positive attitude and know that it will carry her through the next 5 years of continued treatment. Laura urges all women to get recommended screenings and to act fast if you notice anything unusual. It's a matter of survival.
Yes, my friend, Tina Gustin-Gurney. She's my colleague. She's my friend. She's a survivor. I admire Tina. She's talented, hardworking, cheerful, and optimistic. All of those qualities have helped her during her struggle with breast cancer. Today, Tina is a survivor. She's the president of a large local Garden Grove Association, state council representative, and serves on Orange Steering. She is courageous and a warrior, and I am proud to call her my friend.
Sue Pickett is a reading resource teacher. Went for her regular examination, and they found the lump. She's a reading resource teacher in Templeton Unified School District. She's a cancer survivor and professional model for teachers in Templeton. Through all of her challenges, she's there to offer a view of how the students take in information, helping the staff understand the students. Sue thinks about her students and the staff before herself. The staff now has been giving back support through her challenges. We stand for her. Thank you.
Imagine going in for a prenatal visit in your first trimester just to end up being diagnosed with inflammatory breast cancer. Our warrior, Gloria, endured chemotherapy and a mastectomy before giving birth to a slightly early but otherwise healthy baby boy. Following her son's birth, she continued treatment, which included aggressive chemotherapy and a stem cell transplant. We are blessed to say that almost 12 years later, she is cancer-free. Hillary Hall. For the past 8 years, on the anniversary of her diagnosis, Hillary remembers. She remembers events she missed due to treatments, remembers the worry of not being there for her 2 daughters, remembers the frustration of trying to always be brave when you're scared, and the pressure of putting on a brave face so as not to worry those around her. She was one of the lucky survivors. She tells every person diagnosed with cancer, give yourself permission to feel bad, to be upset, to feel like life isn't fair. If you don't allow yourself to heal emotionally.
Breast cancer survivors are friends. They are strangers. They are you. If you are a breast cancer survivor, please stand so we can celebrate you. While it is Breast Cancer Survivor Month, it is important to acknowledge other forms of cancer. They also affect women. And female-related cancers often take a back seat when funding cancer treatments and research. We have members battling different types of cancer and cancer-related illnesses and their side effects. And they too are warriors. Today, we honor you, and we remember those in our lives who are fighting this disease and those who have left us.